Xing will be the...
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional...
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to...
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So...
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng.
There was a revolt in the Shackling.
I was planning to take Miss Mark. They were acting strange. It seems they infiltrated Stargaze. I wonder who provided them with those Yeah, I heard them too. The security of the law. Those tourists just want to see the real challenge lies beyond them. Obviously, there's someone...
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy—
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to— Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy. Take your time. Enjoy the meal.
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for— I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow.
But when will that time come?
General Hua Yan,
representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Force.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hulei made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. The good news is the 2 nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound. We've lost contact with one. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Shao is...
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown...
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong.
So, Yun-Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escape.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your... The first are the many travelers. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Lawfu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and but of course, not
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Ule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Lawfu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the law.
As if nothing has happened. Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the hope...
That's why I called the two of you here.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the Nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your...
The Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Xueyi from the detention division.
I, and the two behind me, will go deeper into...
General, the situation inside...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, how did the infiltrators learn about the location? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if...
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the
The 10 Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yanqing's...
Looking at him...
My alchemists detect... Simply put, Foxians and...
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Lawfu. The disciples of Saint... When I was sorting through the prescriptions,
They're one and the same.
The medicinal properties and ingredients make...
Since ancient times, The Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin.
Such brute strength as...
If I may be so bold to ask.
I have lived a bit long with his strength. Over 7 centuries ago. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear. By the end of the battle, only a few of them...
If that's the case, why... On the Xianzhou, their so-called immortality... I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Ling Shao. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison...
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let...
Time to cleanse the filth.
I need to be better.
Feeling spiffy? Treat our guests nicely. Night falls. Good night. Till we meet again. All in all, not a bad memory.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also... Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Your body and mind.
Can you find the answer? Your time to shine.
Mountains move. Dragons rise!
Rise and shine.
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
All in all, not a bad memory. That's mean. Like that, huh?
Be of your body and mind.
Feeling spiffy? Treat our guests nicely. Night falls. Good night. Till we meet again. All in all, not a bad memory.
Despite being it's hard to imagine.
Such is the terrible nature of the just like you said, Miss Lee.
The Foxians didn't agree.
Exactly. The Foxians curse his name. I wonder if you know why. Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in this.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species. hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared...
Perhaps to those scholars. Boris...
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild.
Watch out! Generate even after suffering such severe attacks?
Time to their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
Spiffy? Treat our guests nicely. Rise and shine.
Mountains roll, dragons rise!
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Abnormal.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
This is permanent!
Treat our guests nicely till we meet again.
Get it together.
Can you find the answer? Night falls. Good night. Feeling spiffy? Have some fun. Rise and shine.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Be of your body and mind.
Again, till we meet again.
Shutting down.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an...
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hula...
Are you suggesting that... Well, the Marshal believed that this would be in...
Exactly. Why can Boris and each questioner had to the Foxians of the Yaoqing?
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor...
Because such selfish...
The sedition. By imprisoning Hule...
That was a necessary trade-off. The Cienjo Alliance is not...
Thank you for enlightening me.
You said that I couldn't bear, but did your mentor tell you?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring, but just as I mentioned earlier.
If that's...
Quite the contrary.
Thanking me.
All I ever want, and now...
But...
It doesn't matter which side you choose.